Namaskar. This is Iram Zaidi, welcoming you again to the AICT Insights, a diverse show to share vast knowledge and information with our viewers and stakeholders. Today, we will talk about the AICT Model Curriculum, which is a standardized framework developed by All India Council for Technical Education to guide academic programs in technical education institutions. It outlines the structure, content, and assessment methods of various courses, ensuring consistency and quality across engineering and technology programs. The model curriculum incorporates industry relevant skills, embraces emerging technologies, and align with global best practices. It undergoes periodic updates to stay current with evolving educational and industry requirements, providing innovations and excellence in technical education. To give a brief detail of AICT model curriculum, we have a very special guest with us, AICT Advisor 1 of Policy and Academic Planning Bureau, Dr. Mamta Rani Agarwal.
Namaskar.
Ma'am has served as Additional Secretary, Association of Indian Universities, Joint Secretary, University Grant Commission, and Director, Tech Education, New Delhi. She is also from the first batch of a lady pilot officer in Indian Air Force. Under the leadership, AICT Training and Learning Bureau has been recognized, conferred award, and included in the India Book of Records, Asia Book of Records, and World Book of Records for outstanding contribution in the faculty training and development. Mrs. Agarwal is His Excellency, the President of India's nominee on the Board of Governors of the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Kolkata. Additionally, she is a member of Board of Governors of many universities and colleges. Mrs. Agarwal has been an expert member on the task force on the implementation of national education policy in AICTE and Government of Gujarat. She has compiled and edited a 5-column reference book on National Education Policy 2020. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Iram, for such generous introduction. Good evening, all the viewers who are watching us. It is my privilege to be on the show. Curriculum development and model curriculum, which today we are talking about,
Yes,
it forms the foundation stone. It is the essence of classroom teaching learning process. If I say it in very short, क्लास में क्या पढ़ाया जाए, कैसे पढ़ाया जाए और पढ़ने के बाद बच्चों को क्या आए, उनके लर्निंग आउटकम्स क्या हों, ये एक करिकुलम होता है.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please tell us more what is curriculum all about?
Curriculum, in the definition part of it, it is the totality of teaching learning experience of a student. It is primarily how the classroom instruction will take place. Curriculum lays down an educational framework governing the instructional and learning methodologies. Curriculum planning is an essential aspect of effective teaching that establishes the groundwork of students' academic learning outcomes. It involves designing, developing, implementing educational courses with significant input from faculty members, from ensuring that the objectives, the content, the assessment method of the entire teaching learning processes is followed. All we in AICTE, we have large number of institutions. All our institutions do not have adequate resources, and that is the reason that AICTE, involving the most distinguished experts, actually forms the curriculum to ensure that students have sound knowledge what is expected out of them academically. A well planned curriculum establishes A very meaningful and engaging classroom environment, learning environment. It offers teachers, students, administrators, and all community stakeholders a quantifiable strategy and structure for delivering quality education. एक टीचर एक क्लास में एक दिन क्या पढ़ाएंगे, उससे अगले दिन क्या पढ़ाएंगे, कैसे पढ़ाएंगे, जो पढ़ाया है उसे असेस कैसे करेंगे, इस पूरे के पूरे होलिस्टिक प्रोसेस को हम करिकुलम कहते हैं.
Very nice, ma'am. Ma'am, what is curriculum planning?
So curriculum planning is how should the curriculum be designed. So curriculum planning should be very extensive, emphasizing cognitive growth domains, social, emotional and holistic development of students or learners. It must have a student-centered approach to curriculum planning. It encourages diversification, adaptability and consistency across levels.
Okay.
It also promotes standardization. So thoughtful consideration is imperative. It is a must to accomplish the primary objectives of the planning process. Successful student learning in an organized and systematic manner. Designing a well-conceived curriculum with pre-defined learning objectives. What should be the learning outcomes? Should be a reference guide for the instructor in the classroom, while ensuring that teacher effectively delivers the right content to the students. पहली क्लास में क्या पढ़ाया जाएगा, पूरे का पूरा जो एक कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉपिक है उसे कैसे छोटे छोटे सिंपल पोर्शंस में बांटा जाएगा, क्या मेथोडोलॉजी यूज़ होगी, क्या टीचिंग एड्स यूज़ होगी, किस प्रकार से एक पूरे कॉम्प्लेक्स सब्जेक्ट को बच्चों को समझाया जाएगा ताकि जो हमने लर्निंग आउटकम्स बिगनिंग में डिफाइन किए हैं वो बच्चे उसे पूरी तरह से समझ पाएँ. और जैसे हम हायर एजुकेशन में जाते हैं तो इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी, मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग, द होलिस्टिक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव डेवलपमेंट ऑफ a student, it also becomes very important and has to be taken into account when we do a curricular plan. So it actually ensures, a curricular plan ensures that daily instruction serves greater purpose by dissecting a complex idea into smaller comprehensible portions. It introduces, the curriculum planning induces very well coordinated quality teaching learning process, assessment programs enhancing students' disciplinary knowledge, knowledge of their subject, knowledge of their domain and behaviors alongside interdisciplinary, physical, personal and social attitudes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, how does curriculum development benefit a student?
I think it forms the foundation of the entire transaction in a classroom, the entire teaching learning process in a classroom. So curriculum development benefits students by providing a clear course structure, aligning educational goals with industry needs, with industrial standards, fostering engagement, enhancing teaching effectiveness, helping with scheduled planning and setting the pace for learning progress. In each class, in each course, in each semester, what is to be taught, how is it to be taught, with which pace it is to be taught, everything is part of curriculum.
It is already planned.
It's already planned, yes.
Ma'am, how does curriculum development aid faculty members?
See, a teacher should know ना कि मुझे क्या पढ़ाना है और कैसे पढ़ाना है और किस क्लास में पढ़ाना है. That is what it aids the teacher. So it helps faculty members to organize, plan and present that entire teaching, learning, instructional thing effectively. It enables structured teaching, introduces modern learning methodologies, different teaching aids which teachers can use for effective understanding.
Of course.
And it keeps educators absolutely updated with educational trends.
Very nice, ma'am. Ma'am, why this curriculum development important in online education?
Education is online or offline or in hybrid mode.
Yes, ma'am.
And education is definitely with the tech enablement and with technology integration.
Yes,
education will in some form will find an online platform. So the curriculum development becomes much more essential because online education is essentially student centric education. So it allows for interactive learning experiences, enables self paced education, that what the pace of each student is different. हर एक की सीखने की जो गति है हर बच्चे की वो अलग अलग है. And then again it helps students to understand complex concepts through technology enablement. So curriculum there also, that that stepwise sequential student centric learning will happen through a well designed, well devised curriculum.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, how can stakeholders like teachers and students contribute to curriculum development?
Curriculum is always a very dynamic thing. It is never static. It is never a confirmed piece. So teachers, students, well-read parents, all others, they can contribute to curriculum development by providing a very effective feedback, insights and ideas to create a much more interactive and adaptable curriculum that meets evolving societal requirement, industrial objectives and even individual learning needs. If a faculty member comes and tells us that इस वाले सेमेस्टर में इस मॉड्यूल में आपको 2 क्रेडिट इसके भी डालने चाहिए, देन वी गेट एन इनसाइट कि हमारे करिकुलम में क्या एक चीज है जो नहीं है, जो हमको हर हालत में इसमें इंक्लूड करनी चाहिए, इम्प्रूव. सो उनका उससे इम्प्रूव होता है, उनका जो उनके फीडबैक होते हैं उससे हमें पता लगता है कि हमारा करिकुलम कैसे अपडेटेड किया जा सकता है, कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव बनाया जा सकता है. और ये सब कर सकते हैं, बच्चे हमें फीडबैक दे सकते हैं, इंडस्ट्री पार्टनर्स फीडबैक दे सकते हैं. हालांकि हमारी सारी की सारी जो करिकुलम डेवलपमेंट की कमिटीज़ होती हैं उसमें इंडस्ट्रीज से पार्टनर्स हमेशा होते हैं.
ओके मैम, कैन दिस करिकुलम डेवलपमेंट अडैप्ट टू चेंजेस इन द एजुकेशनल सिस्टम?
एब्सोल्युटली, ये सबसे ज़रूरी चीज़ है. देखिए, अगर जैसी एजुकेशन हम चाहते हैं उस एजुकेशन का जो आधार है वही जिसको हम करिकुलम या करिकुलर फ्रेमवर्क कहते हैं, जब तक हम उसे ही नहीं बदलती हुई ज़रूरत के साथ बदलेंगे तब तक हम एजुकेशनल सिस्टम में जो हम चाह रहे हैं, जो हमारे डिज़ायर्ड आउटकम हैं वो आ ही नहीं सकते. सो करिकुलम development, and it must and it should adapt to changes in the academia and educational system to stay relevant, to be in demand and to align with industrial needs, to align with the nation's need. It must incorporate new teaching methods, new technologies, new teaching aids, feedback from all stakeholders to meet the current and future educational needs. So, as I have told you, the concept of curriculum should change from a predetermined static to adaptable and absolutely dynamic.
Very nice, ma'am. Very nice initiative it is. Ma'am, can this curriculum planning help address diverse learning needs?
Yes, to quite an extent, though I would not say in absolute totality, but yes, to quite an extent, because it allows for integration of diverse teaching methods, resources, assessments, enabling educators to meet the unique learning needs of diverse student population. कुछ बच्चे जो पढ़ते हैं तब ज़्यादा सीखते हैं, कुछ बच्चे जो है जब सुनते हैं तब ज़्यादा सीखते हैं, और बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जब वो किसी चीज़ पर काम कर रहे होते हैं तो हम कितना अपने करिकुलम को एप्लीकेशन ओरिएंटेड बना सकते हैं, केस स्टडी बेस्ड बना सकते हैं. उसमें सारे वो इफ़ेक्टिव टीचिंग लर्निंग मेथड्स जो टीचर्स चाहें उस करिकुलम के बेस पे वो अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं, जिससे कि क्लास में हर तरह के लर्नर्स, कुछ बहुत फास्ट लर्नर्स हैं, कुछ मीडियोकर लर्नर्स हैं, कुछ स्लो लर्नर्स हैं, वो उस अपने अपने इंडिविजुअल स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक मेथड से सीख पाए और अच्छे से सीख पाए.
Very nice, ma'am. Ma'am, our viewers would definitely like to know that what role does curriculum planning play in achieving learning objectives?
सी, करिकुलम का जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट है टीचर्स के लिए, बच्चों के लिए, पेरेंट्स के लिए, और से बच्चों और पेरेंट्स के लिए, वो ये है कि जब मैंने ये पढ़ा जो आपने डिज़ाइन किया तो मैंने सीखा क्या. उसको लर्निंग आउटकम्स कहते हैं. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल से समझाती हूँ कि मान लीजिए एक ये डिसाइड है कि एक क्लास 1 आप पढ़ रहे हैं, कक्षा 1 में है, और उसके बाद आपको पूरे क ख ग घ ABCD और पहली से 100 तक की गिनतियाँ आनी चाहिए।
yes,
तो मेरे लर्निंग आउटकम्स क्या हो गए
हम्म।
कि मुझे 1 से 100 तक की गिनतियाँ आनी चाहिए, मुझे क ख ग घ पूरा आना चाहिए और मुझे A से Z तक इंग्लिश की अल्फ़ाबेट्स
पूरा,
आने चाहिए। तो अगर मैंने कक्षा 1 पास की और उसके बाद मुझे ये तीनों आते हैं,
yes,
then I have achieved my learning outcomes fully. So we are in higher education, we are in technical higher education. So when we define the curriculum,
yes,
a predefined, clearly specified, well articulated objectives, learning outcomes, जिनको हम learning outcomes कहते हैं, is a mandatory requirement. So curriculum planning aligns learning objectives with instructional strategies and assessment patterns,
yes,
ensuring that students receive targeted instructions to meet specific learning goals.
okay,
कि मैंने ये पढ़ाया, ये ऐसे पढ़ाया और इससे जो मैंने प्री डिफाइंड आउटकम्स किए थे वो बच्चे उस लेवल तक, मान लीजिए VLSI में है या लॉजिस्टिक्स में है या मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग है या जो भी डिज़ाइन है, कि इस सेमेस्टर में मैंने ये पढ़ाया, इस सेमेस्टर के करिकुलम पर आधारित ये बहुत ही स्पेसिफाइड लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स थे। इन अब बच्चे जो है इन लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स में असेसमेंट के बेसिस पे, जो कि एक बहुत ही वेल प्लान्ड स्ट्रक्चर होता है, नाउ दे आर एब्सोल्युटली कन्वर्जेंट विद द टॉपिक एज डिफाइंड इन देयर assessment or evaluation patterns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is the curriculum planning an ongoing process or a one-time activity?
I think we spoke about it, Iram.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, it's always a very dynamic, a very ongoing process that involves regular review, revision, to adapt to ever-changing, all the time changing educational needs.
Yes, ma'am.
It incorporates the feedback which we receive from all our stakeholders, and because we keep on incorporating that feedback, like हमने 2018 में मॉडल करिकुलम बनाया और अब हम सारी कोर ब्रांचेस का फिर से मॉडल करिकुलम बना रहे हैं। 9 का हमने कंप्लीट कर दिया है और आपको मुझे बताते हुए बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि हमारे मॉडल करिकुलम को बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के, डिसिप्लिन के, इवन IITs ने अडॉप्ट किया है।
Very nice.
सो व्हेन वी मेक एन मॉडल करिकुलम, इट हैज़ टू बी very relevant in today's time.
Yes,
in
ma'am.
an ever changing educational landscape, it
Yes,
should be very very relevant. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, how does curriculum planning contribute to student engagement?
Effective curriculum planning incorporate students interest, real world applications, varied instructional strategies, fostering students engagement and motivation to learn. This I have said for academicians. पर एक अच्छा करिकुलम कि कौन सी मैं पीडागॉगी इसकी क्लास में कैसे पढ़ाना है, क्लासरूम ट्रांजेक्शन कैसे होना है, कि मुझे ये सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाना है, ये टॉपिक पढ़ाना है, इसको पढ़ाने के लिए मैं कौन सा इफ़ेक्टिव वे यूज़ करूँ, कैसे मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को एंगेज करूँ, क्या मैं इसमें बहुत सारे रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशंस लेकर आऊँ, क्या मैं इसमें बहुत सारा प्रैक्टिकल वर्क डालूँ, क्या मैं इंडस्ट्री विजिट्स पर लेकर जाऊँ, क्या मैं लर्निंग बाय डूइंग एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग कराऊँ, क्या मैं बहुत इफ़ेक्टिव एडवांस एड्स, एजुकेशनल एड्स यूज़ करूँ, ताकि बच्चों का एंगेजमेंट, बच्चों की लर्निंग, बच्चों का जो एक क्लासरूम कनेक्ट होता है एक टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस के साथ, लर्निंग प्रोसेस के साथ, वो और भी ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग हो, और भी ज़्यादा जो है गहरा हो, डीपर हो।
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my last question is, what is the role of curriculum planning in educational institutions?
देखिए, एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस का जो पूरा टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस है, जो मैं आपसे शुरू से कह रही हूँ कि क्या पढ़ाएंगे, कैसे पढ़ाएंगे, एक क्लास में क्या पढ़ाएंगे, उस टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस के बाद बच्चों का क्या एक कॉम्पिटेंसी लेवल होना चाहिए, उन्हें क्या चीज़ आनी चाहिए, ये सभी कुछ एक मॉडल करिकुलम पर बेस करता है। तो जो मॉडल करिकुलम होता है, जो AICTE बहुत ही रिनाउंड एक्सपर्ट्स को एंगेज करके बनवाता है, इंडस्ट्री पार्टनर्स को एंगेज करके बनाता है, कभी कभी सिविल सोसाइटी के मेंबर्स को भी एंगेज करता है। सो इट हेल्प्स एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस टू क्रिएट अ स्ट्रक्चर्ड, अ कोहेसिव framework to deliver quality education, ensuring consistency across the classrooms and grade levels in different semesters, in different years of their education. So actually my take is that model curriculum provides, or let us say that model curriculum forms the basis of holistic education. And then what do we mean by saying holistic education? So holistic education is based on the understanding that each individual, each student has unique needs, unique learning capabilities, unique strength that must be nurtured, must be developed, and must be contributed to society building and nation building.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing such a useful information with our viewers in such simple words, in such very informative discussion. This discussion was with you, and with our viewers would definitely like this.
Thank you so much, Iram, for inviting me here.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would request all AICTE approved institutions to please visit AICTE's website, go to the curriculum corner. Please see the curriculum which we have developed after lot of hard work, large number of meetings, huge hours spent, very distinguished experts engaged, industry partners engaged, so that you can actually provide a very comprehensive model curriculum for each discipline in engineering, hotel management, technology, and entire professional education. Your feedback is most valuable and your feedback is really welcome. I look forward to your continuous deep engagement with AICTE to make a better and a much better delivery of holistic education. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
This initiative will definitely bring an evidential change to the society. We are sure about it. Thank you once again for joining us today.
Thank you, Iram. Thank you so much. Thank you.